Well, hello everybody. Hello and welcome to tonight's Fusion call, and it's good to see you all here. And as always, what we want to do tonight, as we do every Monday night, is really get into some of the things that you can and you should be doing if you want to put your webinar system to use. Now, one of the things we like to do is we like to take real things that are either actually being done or things that you want to do, and then take the call and help you in those areas. Now, in particular, you probably noticed that you've had several opportunities to do some of the things that Dwayne's talking about. I do want to talk about that tonight. I also want to talk about what you're trying to do for the holiday, and we will talk about some of those things that even right now that it is November 1st, that you can start getting in place, that you can start making the most of the time to get ready. And you can definitely still do Black Friday. You can definitely still do, whether it's digital, whether it's physical. I mean, there's still a lot of things that you can do to start getting in position even right now for the holidays, and to make sure that's a good one for you. So if you would, one of the things, just so that I know you can hear me, do me a favor and just type right there in the box that just put the number 1 in the box so that I know we can hear you now. So you'll know, I think Dwayne's kind of in transit. So I'm not sure if he's going to be able to join us tonight or not, but that is okay. We want to use this opportunity to do a little training and to make sure that you have got a grip on what it is that you're doing with the webinar system. Now, of those of you who are here, tell me this: how many of you have been participating in the affiliate marketing program that both Dwayne and Dwayne have been doing? If that's been something that you have been doing, put the number 2 in the question box, just so I'll know. Now, those of you who haven't been, how many of you have been doing webinars? So if you've been doing webinars primarily, with the system, I want you to put the number 3 in the question box. Okay, there's Dwayne Jr. right there.
Hey.
And hey, Dwayne. So yeah, we just got started, and I've asked them if they have been a part of the affiliate marketing group to put the 2 in the question box, and then if they've just been doing webinars, to just put the number 3 in the question box.
Okay. Well, I know I'm really excited about what we got coming up in the next couple of weeks. We talked about it a bit last week. What we have coming up for you guys is something really special, and all you guys are going to benefit from it. So we're pretty excited about it.
Yeah. Now, probably in the next in the next 10 days to 2 weeks, one of the things that's really going to help you, I think, to get ready for the holidays, or get ready in general, for 2016, is to have what I know to be a system where it's something usable for you that will fit everything that you're trying to do in internet marketing. And so, Dwayne, you kind of led off with that. We were kind of talking about, how they were using the webinar system, and I know there's going to be some synergy there, but why don't you kind of give them a little headline about what's going to be coming up and what they can expect?
Yeah, November 13th, we've got a launch coming up, Genius Marketing Pro. Something that you guys can definitely benefit from, just because the integration stuff we have here. You guys are going to have an opportunity to be automatically approved as an affiliate if you want to promote it. As other people, we're going to require that they have at least 50 to 100 sales. However, if you guys mention, I am a user of Webinar Fusion Pro, we'll make sure you guys get approved right away. And some of these features, once you guys see what we have, it's going to be pretty crazy. We introduced just a bit of it last week, but we don't want to give it all away. So yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, and if you put it under the under the category, under the headline, I mean, and I don't know if you've heard the buzz. You guys have heard the buzz. You've been hearing the buzz. But people are talking about now, whether it's big or small business, about marketing automation, right? And it's like the buzzword, and it's something that everybody's talking about. It's something that, if you've been watching Infusionsoft, you've probably seen. Now, here's something that costs a marketer like you and I, $200 to $300 a month, and it's something that Goldman Sachs just put $55 million behind in Infusionsoft, because the future is in marketing automation. And so what we're going to be bringing to you, right, on November 13th, I mean, just think of this. If somebody put $55 million behind this concept for both big and small companies, and we're going to put that power in your hands, you really do want to either be on the promotional side, or at the very least, when it comes time to get this, you want to have this power really in your hands. And again, without giving the whole thing away, just think about having everything that you need to do in one place and being able to pull everything together so that, again, you can set right now. If you use Webinar Fusion Pro, you can set up, if you've been following Dwayne and Dwayne, you can set up a system that'll sell for you, and all you have to do to set it in motion is to put a link out there to the webinar system, right? And we've been talking about that for the last 2 months. That is a system. Now think about if you could take the same kind of system in every other area you're marketing and putting it in place, so that all you got to do to set it in motion, right? Marketing automation, hit a button and set things in motion so that you have these systems out there that are running without you, side by side. And so when you get sales coming in side by side in different systems, that really is how you leverage up your business, right? So in other words, you don't have to be there in order to make it. You just keep setting them up side by side. Dwayne, I know you all been doing this for a little while. You want to talk a little bit about, this whole concept. First of all, scaling up and setting up things side by side, but then also, automating these processes so that they work for them.
Right. Yeah. So what you guys can look forward to is, being able to analyze data, being able to use this stuff to your benefit. Once you have an idea of how much you're paying, per lead, you can track, your unique clicks on everything throughout your funnel, your conversion rates, you name it. Then you can begin to scale things up. And what our system does, it's all about bringing everything under one roof, whether it's an autoresponder, whether it's your tracking, you name it, your funneling. We do it all here in one place. And the cool part is, if you guys want to, let's say you want to launch your own product, what you guys are going to be able to do is have your own affiliate program within Genius Marketing Pro. This thing really, it really automates the entire process. You guys are going to love it. I'm really looking forward to the 13th, and it's going to be awesome. And I see a question there, Chris. That's a great idea. At the time, I don't think it's available. I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that's something we can add eventually. So please do me a favor, Chris, submit it into a support ticket, and I'll make sure somebody gets with you in the next 24 hours. Great question.
Yep, great question. Yeah, so really, if you start thinking about some of the things that you've been wanting to do, and maybe you don't have time to do them all, I mean, you want to start thinking about some of this stuff so you can set them up. You're going to be able to use GMP to set a lot of these things up one by one and set them up one time and just keep setting them in motion. And the other thing too is, and this kind of goes, I think, unnoticed in marketing, and it's one of the things that's going to be unique to our system. You're going to be able to tell who's making you money, right? So you're going to be able to look at this system, and the more you use it, you're going to be able to look at the people who are actually helping you, right, by buying your stuff and making money, and you're going to be able to kind of talk to them. And that's one thing that's going to be unique that we are putting in here. And we put that in here because, again, it's important to us because we want to be good to the people who like us and who like our stuff. And that's what you really want to be able to do. We want to keep adding these things in here that, again, they're real things, right? Because if you were out selling, now I haven't been a salesperson, I haven't been a salesman. Dwayne, I know you all, you probably, even at the point at which you were actually doing sales, you want to start talking to the people that, again, who like to buy from you. And again, all of these things are going to be in one place, in webinar in GMP.
And that's coming up in what, 8 days now? No.
Yep.
I'm a little bit off. It's in 11 days. So you guys have something to look forward to. And I want to encourage you guys, don't forget, as you guys get questions, whether it's about WFP or you have a question about anything coming up about this launch on the 13th, submit a support ticket. Okay, we're here to help you guys out. So if you have questions, go ahead, submit a support ticket. So yeah, we're excited about this thing. You guys have a lot to look forward to. Make sure you stay plugged into our emails because we're going to be letting you guys know everything first.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And and again, I mean, every Thursday night I'll be doing training. I'll be talking about this. And this whole concept of just being able to automate everything and set things in motion. I mean, if you can just be consistent about putting these things in place, you're going to have a system again. It's going to make this really, really easy. Okay. So now, before we kick off of here, right, one of the things I know we wanted to do is we wanted to kind of talk about, if there's anybody, let's say Chris had a question. I know, is there anybody that's trying to do something right now, let's say to get ready for the holidays? Maybe it is something that you've been looking at with your business and you've been trying to get it going in your webinar system. I want to give at least one or two of you, once you give you the opportunity, just put your question right here in the box. We're going to take it before we kick off. Like I said, the idea isn't to keep you here all night, but we want to make this a real time to give you some real help. So anybody who's on the call, I want you to talk about one thing that you're trying to do. And Dwayne and I want to take your question and we want to bat it around and kind of help you put something in place, either with Webinar Fusion Pro or probably whatever it is that you're trying to do. The system that's coming on the 13th is going to help you to do it. So anybody, just put a question right here in the box. Let us know what you're trying to do. Maybe you're trying to build an audience, or you're trying to set up a funnel yourself. You're trying to bring somebody into an opt-in page, and then you want to make sure that as soon as they come through that opt-in page, they see an offer right away. And then when they buy that offer, then you want to make sure that they see another offer, or you might want to try to ask them a question, right? You want to try to ask them and try to find out what is it, what their preferences are. And then based on their preference, you might want to send them to page A. And based on their response, you might want to send them to page B. I mean, if that's the kind of thing that you're looking to do, I mean, really in the next 11 days, we really got something exciting that's really gonna, I think, revolutionize the way you've been doing marketing. Dwayne, when we talked about funnels, I know one of the things that you talked about, right? It was really revolutionary. It's kind of really getting that whole, I guess having that world expanded for you by Russell Brunson. Why don't you talk about funnels and kind of what that means for folks when they really get it?
Yeah, man. With funnels, people always looking for a quick fix, but with funneling, it gives you access to real data. If you got your funnel set up the right way inside the right system, you can track what's working and what's not, for what audience is converting for you at what price and all this type of stuff. So the idea is, though, is that you can track literally every step throughout your entire sales process, every step through your funnel. That's how you're able to scale up and find out, what is it that I need to do to increase more conversion with my traffic? Because you know that this is converting at this percentage or it's not. If you have the right system that's going to be there to give you the stats necessary through your funnel, that's what's going to help you get to that next level. And I see someone's asking right now, what are the most effective ways to drive traffic to your webinar? That's a simple answer for me. For me, I would say email marketing to your current list. That's what I would say. If you don't have a list, that means you need to generate a list. And fastest way to generate an email marketing list, I would say, is solo ads. You can look that up in Google, solo ads. Another thing is Facebook PPC. There's a lot of different ways you can get cheap leads on Facebook. So those are two things you can do. I know if you spend, $300 or something a month, before you know it, by the end of the year, you're going to have a list of a few thousand people. But you just got to be willing to, spend money if you want to use paid advertising to grow your list. So that's what I would recommend as far as effective way to drive traffic to your webinar. Grow your list through advertising or any other ways that you know how, and then use email marketing to actually get people to your webinar. Because in order to get people to a webinar, they have to have some type of connection with you. So that's what I think. And Charles, I don't know what you think about the question.
Yeah, I would echo that. Yeah, I would definitely echo that about emailing your list. One of the ways that you can grow your list, like if you are functioning, or you are operating in the make money online niche, you're operating in the business opportunity niche, I would encourage you to create a product. If you don't have a product, I would encourage you to get a PLR product and then turn it into your product. And then you can go to one or two places. I would go and put it on Warrior Plus and launch it, right? And even if you launch it as a free product, you will then start to get people who will get that product. They will then become part of your list, and you will then have somebody to get onto a webinar. So that works if you're in the make money online niche, but you can do that in any other niche that you want. You got to go where people are, offer them something free, and get them to opt in. The easy thing about the Warrior Forum and Warrior Plus is that we already know what those people want. They want the same thing you do. And so you give them something, you give them an incentive, you give them a product, you make it free, they opt in, and then you start to invite them and give them value by inviting them to your webinar. So number one, you build your list, and number two, like Dwayne said, you then use that list in order to give them value, and those are going to be the people who are going to come to your webinar. So I hope that helps you out, Chris.
Yeah, and sure, Dean. Put an email. Well, if you can put your email address right here in this chat window, and I'll take care of that for you. But since you guys don't have any other questions, I'm going to wrap this up. Charles, is there any couple last comments or anything you want to make before we sign off?
No last comments. Again, just kind of really be looking. Make sure you're here. Definitely don't miss next Monday, right? Do not miss next Monday, and be on the lookout for our emails. We'll be talking about what's going to be happening on the 13th. You will definitely want to be in position, and you want to be in a position as an affiliate. That's really going to be a really hot thing that you want to put before your people if you already have a list.
No doubt about it. Couldn't agree more. So that's a wrap, guys. Dean, go ahead and put your email address in there, and I'll go ahead and approve you. I wish the rest of you guys the best. You guys have a wonderful night. See you next week.
Okay. Take care, guys.